Is there a place in this world where every classic album gets its own movie musical? Imagine the Marshall Mathers LP musical about matricide and stealing infants. The Led Zeppelin Zoso musical, which I'm pretty sure is just one of those Thor movies. Are heading out to go see the White Stripes' Hardest Button to Button on Broadway. A mystery musical where you can't figure out if the two main characters just met each other, are ex-husband and wife, or maybe even brother and sister. I actually don't know if that's the world we want to live in, but I can say that since I've watched this week's movie, Sunshine on Leith, I have listened to the Proclaimers' album, Sunshine on Leith, no less than 7 times. Since this movie's unavailable in America, do yourself a favor and just head over to Spotify and imagine that you're watching this one. And for the 2 people on our list that actually can see this movie, welcome to You've Got Mails.
Fuck it. When I wake up, yeah, you know I'm gonna be the guy who podcasts next to you.
So we're doing it again.
I don't know, why not? It worked for the Benny and June episode. Welcome to You've Got Mails, everybody. I'm Jason. I'm here with CJ. And on today's episode, we're talking 2013's Sunshine on Leith.
And we're only talking to 2 people on our entire listeners list.
Hello, Louise and Lorraine in Scotland.
Yes, because you're the only people that can watch this, unless anybody on our list is Yar pirates.
We watched it, yeah. So
yeah, we are pirated it.
Aye, matey. We rolled this movie. We're not really sure how this movie got in the list. A lot of times CJ and I will just watch YouTube videos after we record. Especially early on, we were compiling the list, and it would just be like little known rom-coms, things that the top 10 best rom-coms you've never seen. And for good reason, because you just can't watch these fucking movies. Like they're not available to the normal public. This movie was a Scottish movie, and apparently due to some kind of copyright issues, you cannot get this movie in the States. I was listening to another podcast about this movie earlier, and a guy on there said he found it on YouTube. So
I could not find it.
I tried, and I couldn't find it either. If you dig hard enough, you might find it. I mean, wait till the end till we review it. You might not need to.
This is what VPNs are for, ladies.
Yeah, but
and gentlemen.
also, if you're into finding movies the more nefarious way, and you have access to maybe a torrent site or something, not that I condone pirating in any way.
I don't think anybody's listening that cares.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
Fuck, steal the shit. I mean, somebody's got to watch it.
We start getting any downloads in Northern Virginia, like around Quantico, I'll be worried.
We do have a Virginia listener. The other option, I guess, would be to get like a region-free DVD player, and you can buy like the European version of this DVD online. I wouldn't go to those links.
That's a lot of effort.
It is a lot. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad movie, but I don't know if I'd go that far.
I had to text somebody to be like, hey, can you download this movie for me illegally? And it felt like a lot of effort.
And they did. And we thank you, Ron. I mean, yeah, fuck it, Ron. So this movie is what they call a jukebox musical. So this is like your Mamma Mia's, where they take basically one album, one artist, and they build a movie around said artist and said songs. And this was the Proclaimers. I don't know about you. I didn't know a single Proclaimer song aside from 500 Miles.
There was one other one, but I couldn't even name it.
Yeah, I didn't recognize any of these. And it did make me go and listen to the Proclaimers after I watched this movie.
Oh, did you?
I did.
They good?
So it's weird. I will suggest that you check out a few of these songs, because I actually had a favorite song in this movie that wasn't 500 Miles. And I was like, I kind of want to hear what this sounds like when the Proclaimers sing it. Nothing alike.
Well, they changed a lot of the lyrics to match the thing.
They didn't change the lyrics in this one. They were exactly the same. I don't think they did change the lyrics. At least this one song, they didn't. But just a different pace, like a different tempo. Like the one in the movie was way more upbeat, where this one was a little more like downbeat and not as fun. So they definitely took their own liberties, which I do. I'm going to be honest. I watched this movie last night at like 12:30 at night, and I had kind of a busy morning, so I haven't really researched as much as, not that I researched that much, but
fully processed.
Yeah, but I haven't researched any, I should say. But I don't know whether the Proclaimers had a hand. I would have to say they did.
They were the main music
Okay.
of it. The 2 guys from the Proclaimers actually made all the music for this movie.
Okay, so they just did different arrangements for their own songs. So
Exactly. Let me ask you something.
Ask away.
How do you feel about musicals? And let me answer before you do. They suck. I fucking hate them.
There's not really a musical out there aside from Cannibal the Musical that I'm a big fan of.
Yeah, I mean, I can name a couple that I bet you didn't realize were musicals that you like. The Blues Brothers.
Yeah, okay, yes.
Tommy from The Who, which is definitely a musical.
Never watched it.
Oh, it's a good one.
Okay.
If you're into weird songs about pedophilia and blind people just exceeding expectations, it's a good movie.
Have you been looking at my search history?
Hey.
That's a joke, everyone.
That is.
We're hitting all the red flags today.
I know, for real.
They're going to shut this shit down real quick. My take on musicals, I have a really hard time, usually, separating the fiction from the reality, I guess you would say. So I have a really hard time believing that people would just break into song in their day-to-day lives, and it really takes me out of whatever I'm watching.
That's the problem.
And I'm always like, why is everyone just standing around? These two people are singing. Like, you would think a crowd would at least form, like some guy in the back would be like, hey, shut the fuck up. Like, something would happen.
You'd be in the back thinking that it was a, what are those, flash mob, and you'd just throw a brick at them or something?
Yeah, I'd be looking for cameras. Like, I'd be confused. So, yeah, I've never been a big musical guy. I do love the shit out of the Blues Brothers, though. So, I mean, you got me there. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. And
Tis a musical.
And I don't think of it as a musical, but they do just break out into song at times. And usually it's during a concert, but there is a scene or two where they're just singing, like, in a store. Like, Aretha Franklin's just dancing down a diner counter. All right, well, we could talk about the Blues Brothers all day, but we're actually here.
Hey, there's love in the Blues Brothers.
There is. To talk about Sunshine on Leith. Sunshine on Leith focuses on Davy and Allie. I want to preface or disclaimer: Allie is a man.
Yeah,
Allie's not normally
traditionally a woman's name in America.
Yeah, so as I'm writing my notes during my watching of this last night, I was thinking I need to clarify early on that Allie is a male.
He's all man.
He's all man. He's a little man. He's tiny.
He puts a feather in his hat, makes him taller.
That's true.
I gotta say, Scottish military uniforms, pretty on point. I mean, it's well fitting, and then they put a little feather on that bad boy.
They really do. But Davy and Allie are military. This movie was set like right after the Iraq War. So our opening scene is a caravan, military caravan, a bunch of Humvees like going through the desert, and Allie and Davy are in the back of a cargo vehicle of some kind with all the members of their squad, and we get our first song. Could be tomorrow, could be today. I don't know the names of any of these songs, but I wrote down like the concept basically, what they made me think of, the lyric that stuck out. So I felt like this was kind of them saying any day could be our day to go, essentially, is what it seemed like.
And sure enough,
it does. They stop for a moment. The whole caravan stops, and everybody kind of wonders what's going on. And as they start moving again, they comment on probably just mechanical issues of some kind. They start the song up again, and then just boom, and then just like a white screen.
Bright flash.
Yeah.
Cut to Scotland.
Davy and...
Scotland's fucking beautiful.
It really is.
It really is.
If this movie did anything for me, it makes me want to go visit Scotland.
Yeah.
Like, I really want to go, and as long as everybody's not singing.
How can you watch something on television? Air, notoriously invisible. The air looks cleaner while I was watching this. It's like, if this was placed in, LA, it would have just been smoggy. Like, anywhere in America, it wouldn't have looked as, I don't know, fresh.
It does. It just looks beautiful.
Yeah.
It looks clean. It looks, hopefully, we've got Scottish listeners. Let us know, is this a good interpretation of Scotland? Or
Yeah.
do they clean it up? Because...
Do they burst in the song and dance at the drop of a hat?
we talked about it during Girls Trip about how good they made New Orleans look, and we've both been to New Orleans. It is a dirty, grimy city.
Yeah.
So, Scotland might not be that great. It could just be the movie magic. But I like to think that, anywhere's better than here at this point.
The beginning of this movie starts with just slightly the chords of 500 Miles. And I knew this song was coming. And this happens about 12 times in this movie where they're bow, 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 and cut into a whole different song. And I'm like, you sons of bitches are stonewalling me.
I didn't, at first, we got all the way through this movie and I was like, I don't think this song's going to be in the movie. I'm going to be pretty upset because I really didn't know what other Proclaimer songs were out there, and I wasn't sure. But when we cut back to Scotland, Allie and Davy are fresh home from the military from their tour, and they're walking through this city. They just got off, a boat, a bus, a train, whatever, and they're on their way home. They're going to Davy's house first And they talk about, like, what's the first thing you're going to do? And Allie says, I'm going to find your sister, and we're going to do some things. Like, not in a weird way. I mean, it sounded weird the way I said it. But
I wouldn't enjoy it if it was my sister.
we find out that, like, Allie and Davy's sister are dating. And Davy's totally cool with this. They're, like, best friends. So he's, like, super happy with that. We get another song and dance. I'm coming home. I'm on my way home. On my way, I think is what it's called.
Yes.
And this is just them walking through the streets of Scotland, singing, doing their thing. We cut to Davy's home where his mom and dad and his sister live. We see that Liz is getting ready for work. Liz is the sister. She's running a little bit late. She comes out into the kitchen. Mom offers her breakfast. She says, no, I got to get out of here. The boys walk in. No one was expecting them. They're home a day early.
Everybody loses their shit.
Yeah, everybody's excited to see him. Mom's like the typical mom, like, oh my God, I wasn't ready. I've got all these big plans and none of it's ready.
We should state, everybody's in a thick Scottish brogue, and this is where I started splooshing. Like that, something about that just really gets to my soul. And I fucking loved it.
Yeah?
This whole movie, the whole time, anytime somebody opened their mouth, I was like, I'm here for this.
Did you? Now, you told me, because you watched this before me, you told me that I should definitely put the subtitles on.
Yes.
I did, but I also didn't have that hard of a time understanding everyone.
Oh, it might as well have been Korean for me for the first half of this movie. Oh, yeah.
And you've got some Scot in you. So I don't know, it's up for debate, but we're pretty sure you've got some Scot in you.
Scottish or Irish. I know they're not the same country, but my father doesn't, so he has no idea where our family's from.
So it could be Scotland. Might as well be Korean. I don't know. They all get home. Allie walks Liz out to go to work. And this is where I wrote in my notes that he's a very short man. Because Liz towers over him.
Oh, yeah.
This guy's got to be like 5 foot nothing. But he sees her off to work, gets her on the bus, and gives her a kiss goodbye. We see Davy in the house with mom and dad. They're getting his room ready. And Davy's in a pretty dark place. Like, seemingly, this movie's actually really upbeat for the most part, even though they deal with some serious subjects. Even like the stuff that's like this, like, the dad comes in and is talking to him about his time away at war, and they make it sound like one of his friends from back home died. Like,
somebody died from an IED, yes.
You think. You thought.
Oh, at this point, yeah.
Yeah. He's talking about his friend Ronnie and how they lost him. And he's saying, like, maybe it should have been me. Like, I was the one in charge. Like,
I was ready for a song called Maybe It Should Have Been Me.
Yeah. But he's in a pretty bad place. As light as the movie seems, they deal with some serious subject matter. And he's pretty upset about what happened over there. And he feels responsible. He was the squad leader. So he kind of says, I should have been able to stop it, which the dad tells him, it was a roadside bomb. Like, there's nothing.
They're all stuck in a truck.
Yeah, there's nothing you could have done about this. It literally is not your fault. Like, you're at war. Like, this stuff happens.
If anything, it's the American military-industrial complex's fault.
That's right.
Scotland always had our back, though.
That's right. Then we cut to a scene of Allie. He's staying with his sister. He doesn't have, I don't know where his mom and dad are, but he's staying with the sister and her husband, which would be his brother-in-law. He does not seem pleased that Allie is there.
This fucking guy. He's just...
Thankfully, he's only in the movie for this one scene.
30 seconds, he kind of hard shoulders him on the way out and leaves.
Yeah, he's clearly not happy that this guy's in town to stay. And Allie is staying with his sister, and he's staying in his nephew's room. So he's actually sharing bunk beds with this little kid.
Look, we've already talked about a few crimes here.
What's the crime?
Child abduction is a crime. I would absolutely steal this child.
He's cute. He's a cute kid.
This kid is probably the best small child of any of these movies so far.
He was good. They didn't overuse him, but the scenes he was in, he's pretty adorable.
Yeah, he comes out, he looks at his uniform, and this 8-year-old boy's just like, you look fabulous.
Yeah. And then they get in the bedroom. He's like, so, you ever shoot anybody? And
yeah.
just asking him all kinds of questions about being in the military. We cut to Davy's mom. She works in a museum. She's like one of the people that takes you around on tours and kind of just helps out around. A what?
A docent.
A docent?
Yeah, that's a museum tour expert.
How do you know that? That's impressive.
I've worked in a lot of weird places.
All right. Well, Davy's mom, Jean, is a docent.
There you go. That's your vocabulary of the day.
Thank you. We just get a little glimpse of her at work, but we also get a glimpse of this guy named Harry, who is her boss, I assume.
And he's got feelings.
He does have feelings for Jean. Like, you can just tell the way he looks at her. He's kind of like longing for her.
I didn't get it at first. And then Gene started talking with that Scottish brogue.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
I understood. Then he started talking with that Scottish brogue. I was confused, but I was there. I was in for it.
I felt all kinds of feelings I wasn't ready for. Then we get like a scene of Davy jogging. Doesn't mean anything. I'm just throwing it in there because it happens. There's like a little jogging montage with some music in the background, but not anybody singing yet.
It was filler.
Yeah, it was filler. Then we cut to the dad. He's at home and he gets a package in the mail, like a big envelope. And he opens it and he takes it out and there's a picture and there's like an in memoriam pamphlet, like you get for someone dies, like a funeral sort of situation. So we know someone has died, but we don't know who yet. This will play into the movie quite a bit. We get a scene of Liz. Liz works at a hospital, and she has a friend named Yvonne, who is from England. She's not Scottish. She's a transplant.
Yeah. If you would have put that brogue on her, it'd have been over for me.
Wouldn't even have got through the movie. But this is like Liz's best friend, and she's going to set her up with her brother Davey. They're going to go on a double date. So they're on their way to the bar, and neither one of them, like, we get like intercut scenes of Davey and Allie walking to the bar, Liz and Yvonne walking to the bar, and they're both kind of like not really into it. Yvonne's like, this feels forced. I don't want to really meet anybody right now. Am I going to have to talk to him? And Liz is just like, he doesn't talk. He's like, he doesn't even listen that well. Like, she's not really building him up all that great, but she's like, it'll be fun.
You should definitely blind date him, though.
Yeah. And then Davey's just kind of like, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to, why is she setting me up with somebody? But they take them to the bar, and they're all sitting in a booth. And we get another, this was my favorite song. This one
I did like.
I did like this one a lot.
I also liked, this starts sort of a thing that goes on for a lot of this movie is Davey starts a lot of the songs, but the ones he doesn't, he honestly looks like he is in a trap from the movie Saw. When the song starts, like, he looks scared, out of place. Like, in this song especially, like, as soon as they start singing, he's like, oh, fuck, we're in a musical. Like, that's the look he has on his face.
This is what I want for musicals. I want that person to be like, what is happening? Why
is this going on? But then he joins in. And this song also starts another thing of... I don't know if I take the word too strongly, but a lot of sexual assault in this movie. People just grabbing each other.
Aimed at Allie.
What's that?
Aimed at Allie?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, just about every song he's in, somebody grabs him inappropriately or does something pretty rough
to bring this
to
up
him.
because he's so small. You just do what you want with him.
Yeah, sure. Blame him. He's the victim.
This song is about telling stories and like talking about your day or your life. So it kind of gets passed around from person to person where they're just singing about different aspects of, their lives and what they've gone through. Like, and it gets to the point where they make Yvonne sing. And like, she's also almost like, I don't want to be in a musical. Like, they're like, all right, it's your turn. And she's like, I don't really want to. And they yank her up to the table and she sings like a really like downer of a verse about like watching a man die and like just washing her hands of it after it's over. She gets real emotional. And this fit in well with the fact that she works at a hospital.
Yes.
And like I said, I listened to this song. Those are the lyrics. So I think they did a really great job in this movie of kind of taking the songs and making them apply to what was going on in the movie. And they fit really well, I thought.
Just like that ABBA movie, I assume.
We're going to watch it eventually. It's on the list. Mamma Mia. It's got our girl Meryl Streep in it, though.
I don't know.
I got a newfound respect for Meryl Streep after Bridges. I like that woman. But Davey sees that she's upset by whatever she's singing, her story she's telling. He kind of reaches up and holds her hand, and she looks down at him. And you can tell right away that, even though they didn't want to be on this date, they've already like fallen for each other. They really like each other. But this is where there's a woman, like part of their friend group. She works in the hospital as well. And she has a verse in this song. And then towards the end of it, she grabs Allie and just stuffs his face in her chest and is like making him like motorboater. You motorboating son of a bitch.
Yeah.
He's really getting in there. And Liz is like, grabs him and is like, what are you doing? Like, don't do that. It wasn't even his fault. The guy got manhandled.
Doesn't get mad at her coworker.
No. He got all fucking roughed up. After this, Davey and Yvonne leave the bar and they're walking. And they're kind of talking about relationships and how she's soured on Scottish guys because the last Scottish guy she dated couldn't tell you a thing about her, like why he liked her. But whenever he talked about Scotland, he could tell you everything and like loved the country so much. And it was this thing where it was like this, the pride in his country was way outweighed any pride he felt for her or like love he felt for her.
Sounds pretty American to me, actually.
We get another song. I didn't write anything down about this song. I just know that this song was basically about Scotland. Like they're singing about like the towns and the cities and stuff.
Which before this movie did, I hate to admit this, did you know the Proclaimers were Scottish?
I didn't.
I thought they were Australian. I just had an Australian vibe.
I just knew they were twins. I don't know anything else.
I just learned that right now.
Here's a question. Are twins like really predominant in Scotland? Because we've got the Proclaimers and we've got Scottish twin listeners. Is there something in the water in Scotland? How many twins are in Scotland?
I don't know. I only know of 4 people in Scotland. Yeah, I guess they're all twins.
Well, Sean Connery didn't have a twin, as far as I know. That's 5.
That much, man, he ate it in the womb. You know he did.
Jesus. That can be only one.
Yes, that's right.
Cut to the next day. Liz is on the computer and she's actually looking up jobs in Miami, at a hospital in Miami. So we get that little glimpse into her life. She's not really planning on sticking around Scotland for too long.
I have thoughts on this. I'll save them for later.
Okay, that's fine. Then we cut to Dad, and Dad is at the funeral for whoever had passed away. We find out that this was like a woman that he had slept with like 25 years prior. She left town like immediately after. So clearly Dad's not that great in bed.
Or he's so good that she had to leave.
To leave the country. But she got pregnant and had a daughter. And so Dad is like meeting this daughter for the first time. I guess maybe the mom on her deathbed finally decided to tell her daughter who her real dad was because she'd never reached out to him before. He had no idea. But when the mom passed away, the new daughter, secret daughter, I called her in my notes, reached out to him and invited him to come.
So it's when you started doing the math, when you're like, well, how old are his kids he has now? Is she older than that? Like, I started going through all the math in my head.
I didn't even think about the math, honestly. I just assumed it was like a previous relationship
Me too.
To mom.
That's where my math came out to.
That's where your math came out?
Wrong.
I just assumed without doing the math. But he's just now meeting the daughter, and, you know, she kind of says, well, she invites him to come to the cemetery. He was just there for the service. And he says, no, that would just be weird. Like, it wouldn't be good. And then she gives her like a card and says, hey, well, you know, I'm in town for a little while still. If you feel like grabbing coffee together, like, let's get coffee. And that's the extent of that conversation and how that goes. We see that Allie and Davey have gotten jobs at a call center since they came back from the military.
My first note on this place is like, his place is about to get trashed. Like, they're gonna start singing and just kicking shit off the desks.
It could happen at any minute. You never know when a song's going to break out. It really could just hit
you like that.
But no, they're just doing like cold calling about appliances. I guess they're selling appliances or warranties on appliances. Who knows? But they're working in a call center. Have you ever worked in a call center? Has that ever been like a job that you've had?
No, I did inherit that millennial gene though. Is like, I'd rather rip my toenails out than make a phone call. Like, even to somebody I know. I do it. I still will force myself to do it, but I have absolutely ordered pizza online. Oh, absolutely. Even though I wanted pizza from a different place, but they only took phone orders.
Yeah, 100%. I don't like talking on the phone really that much at all. I just asked because I never worked in one either, but when I first moved to Pittsburgh and I was going to college, there was, you know, our college had like job placement where they would help you find a job while you were in school. And there was a telemarketing place right over the hill from where I lived. And I swear, like, everybody worked there at one point doing like cold calling or telemarketing.
Oh God, I couldn't imagine.
And I just heard the horror stories and like the awful experiences that they had. And I was like, glad I didn't do that.
My wife did it for a while. She did a credit card fraud.
Yeah, I remember that
stuff. And she would get in trouble for talking to elderly people for too long. It was the middle of the pandemic, and she's like, come on, Edna has nobody else to talk to. And she would just sit there and chat with them for like 45 minutes, and then she'd get a call from the boss. It was like, you can't do that.
Oh, well, that's nice.
That's why she quit.
From there, we cut to Davey visiting one of their friends in the hospital. We find out that this is actually Ronnie. Well, we don't even find this out. Did you realize this was Ronnie, the guy that I thought died?
No, not until right now.
They never address it. I only found this out from looking at the cast and seeing who played who. Because they talk about Ronnie quite a bit in the beginning, and they really make it sound like he's dead.
Nope, just legless.
He is legless. Not the guy from the Lord of the Rings.
No, just
Legolas. That's insensitive.
he's not really Legolas.
He's doing a whole Gary Oldman thing.
Yeah.
But he lost his legs. You know, he was in the convoy attack. And Davy's there visiting him. Just kind of talking. You know, he's just stopping in to see his friend. He's from the same town. He's just asking, like, how's everything going? How are your parents handling everything? Davy asks where Allie is. You know, Davy says that Allie couldn't make it, so he's filling in to come visit and just spend some time with him. We get another date and another song now from Allie and Liz. They're finishing up a date, and he's walking her up to her apartment. And she's kind of talking about the future in a way that made it sound like she wanted to get married. Like, she's talking about, like, you know, where are they going to be in this many years? She's definitely
throwing a lot of mixed signals.
Yeah, and we get this song, this "Please Don't Go" song, because he's about to take her up and let her in the apartment. He wants to go with her or whatever, you know, be invited in. And at the end of the song, she actually says, "Buy me a ring." She says this to him. And I'm like, oh, so yeah. I know.
He sings like an angel.
He really does.
And he really is trying hard. And she just doesn't let him in the house. And, like, if I was in this apartment complex, I'd absolutely open my door and be like, will somebody please give this boy a hand job? Just get him out of here.
I got to be up in 6 hours. This guy is singing a whole goddamn Broadway musical right outside my door. Unacceptable. But she also lives with her parents and her brother. Like, that'd be awkward to bring him in anyway. I don't know what he was asking for. And then he can't take her home because he's on the bottom bunk of a set of bunk beds with a 9-year-old.
Yeah.
They've got nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go.
Definitely crossing the line.
Yeah. So, I mean, at this point, like, you got to marry her and get you guys an apartment or a house, or this is never going to work out. We cut from there to Davy and Yvonne also finishing up a date. And I like this. He was like, well, let me take you home. Let me get you home. And she's like, well, no, it's fine. He's like, well, what if I get us a cab? We can split a cab. And she's like, well, I have to be up in 6 hours. And he's like, well, how about 5? And she's like, what do you mean? He's like, all right, I'll make you a deal, 5.5. So he's basically like giving her the rundown of exactly how long sex is going to take.
Yeah.
And
which
it pays off. It works out.
In a new relationship, not that great. In a well-established relationship, you are like, look, we got 30 minutes before we got to be anywhere.
Can we make this happen?
Yeah.
So they get in the cab and they go home. The next day, we find out that mom and dad are going to be celebrating their 25th anniversary. And they're having a big anniversary party. So all the girls go out dress shopping. I thought we were getting a dress montage with a song, but we didn't. I was a little bummed out. We didn't get any song in this scene.
Nope, just Scottish people giving each other shit.
Yeah. But
they're good at, too, man.
It's Yvonne, Liz, and Jean, the mom, dress shopping. And Jean's telling a story about how, you know, she had a chance to travel the world with some girlfriends and go to India and go across the Middle East. And she says, but it all kind of never materialized because right before that happened, she'd met their dad. She didn't leave. And Liz is like really kind of upset by this. Like, you gave up a chance for all this adventure and like life because of a guy. So we can kind of see where Liz's head is at this point.
Meanwhile, you wouldn't exist if she hadn't have given up, you know.
This is true. While this is going on, we get a scene where Dad's having coffee with the secret daughter. He hasn't told any of the family about this. He's keeping this real close to the vest. Cut to another scene. Dave and Allie are at the pub having a beer, watching the soccer game. And Allie shows Davey that he's bought a ring. Because Liz said, get me a ring. Like, she literally, the words out of her mouth were, buy me a ring. So he's bought a ring and he's going to propose to her. And they're talking about like how he's going to do it. And I actually really dug this scene too. I like this musical part too. The bartender.
Oh my God.
And his name is Bronco. Which is
not
badass.
him. I'm sorry. I was talking about the other bartender.
Oh, the woman. Well, and I got the feeling that Bronco, the bartender, and this woman were married, like together.
Well, I'm pretty sure he was married to about 7 people in this bar by the end of this song.
Well, yeah.
I mean, like, they did like a full-on, like, bro committal thing going on.
Yeah, well, I really like this, but it was, the song in this case is Let's Get Married. And Bronco sings this song, and it's about proposing to someone, like asking them to spend their life with you and, like, what you want out of it. Mm-hmm. And they do, like, basically a fake wedding. Like, he throws, like, a towel over Davy's head and makes him look like a bride. And he marches them up and down the aisle. Everybody's throwing rice on them, and they're dancing on the bar and singing. And Bronco, like, there's a lyric in the song about being my wife, and he looks at the bartender, and she smiles, and he smiles. I'm like, oh, these two are married. Like, it was clearly obvious. It was obvious that these two were a couple that ran this bar together.
Okay.
They couldn't have made it any more obvious, to me anyway, I felt like. But then by the end of the song, she just grabs Allie and starts making out with him. And then, like,
This kid.
he
like,
pulls away, and she's got this big, dumb grin on her face.
Uh-huh. Tell you, every song ends with him just being assaulted heavily.
This guy's the Scottish Greg Kinnear. He's just beating the women off with a stick.
Can't stop him.
No, he's unstoppable. From there, we go to the anniversary party. And this, I was surprised, our first and only kilt sighting in the entire movie.
It was kind of a disappointment.
I was led to believe all Scotlanders were just walking around in kilts. Apparently not. Apparently it's only a special occasion. You got your dress kilt for big moments like your 25th wedding anniversary, and that's it.
I am so scared of being naked in public. Like, I couldn't imagine wearing a kilt.
I wear a kilt for St. Patrick's Day. I mean, you've seen it.
You
It's
wear
actually
underwear?
freeing. That's none of your damn business.
Oh, jeez.
Put some mirrors on your shoes. Dad gets up and gives like a really nice like toast to Jean about, saying how lucky he is to have her. And then we get a song and dance number from Dad. Well, not really a dance, but a song from Dad.
Yeah, his voice doesn't lend well to music.
It's my least favorite song.
Like,
of the whole.
I love Tom Waits, man.
Yeah.
He's in my top 5. Like, I like a good scratchy guy.
Yeah.
Doesn't work well with an upbeat musical.
No, maybe the song choice was wrong for this guy, but he sings a song, and the song is actually called Jean. So I mean, they named the mom Jean based on the song.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
Yeah. Harry, the weird guy from work that I mentioned earlier, who clearly has feelings for Mom, is seen at the party here as well, and also kind of like giving Jean like a look, this longing, like wanting look.
Yes.
But as the musical number proceeds and the whole party gets involved and starts singing, Liz is asking for some money for whatever reason. So Jean gets in her husband's coat pocket and takes out the wallet to give money to Liz, and finds the picture of the dead baby mama.
Yeah.
And the note from the daughter saying like, hey, or no, actually it was a note from the mom saying like, I just want to let you know that we have a daughter. I'm about to die. Let me tell you about this.
You think he would have, I don't know, like left that at home or something, like on the night of his 25th wedding anniversary? Did he need to have it in his coat pocket?
That's a good point. Well, keep it close to the vest. You don't want it around the apartment somewhere where she's going to find it if you're trying to keep it a secret, I guess. We get a scene of them arguing like up in a balcony area while the party's going on down below. And we find out that they were already married when this happened.
Yeah,
So
this is when I found out they were already married when this happened.
Yeah.
I was shocked.
I was too. I really thought it was just, not that it's not a big deal, but it explains why he was keeping it a secret.
Definitely not a big deal to Dad, because basically anytime that she confronts him, he's like, look, I was really dumb, but I'm not now, so deal with it.
And he's always like, it was 25 years ago. I'm like, well, you still cheated on her.
Yeah,
Like,
she has the right line. She's like,
and
there's no statute of limitations.
It's
on
fucking
this.
new to her.
Yeah.
Like, she just found out. But Mom's upset, and like she gets up and walks away. Like she basically says, like, what is all this for? Like, why are we even together? Like, why are we staying together? Allie makes a very public proposal, which I think this is always a terrible idea.
Yes.
He gets up on stage at the party and says, they're there to celebrate Mom and Dad, but he wants to do a little bit of celebrating of his own. So he's an important question to ask someone. So he goes down through the crowd, finds Liz, gets down on one knee, asks her to marry him. You can tell immediately her face that the answer is already no. And she just says, I can't.
And then he gets heckled. Could you imagine being the heartless prick that's going to heckle a guy that just got turned down on a wedding proposal?
I kind of can. But she says, I can't, and gets all teary-eyed and runs out. And then the guy you're talking about is like, probably should have got it. I hope you got a receipt for that ring. I was like, oh, damn.
He should have, like, pointed at the drummer on stage for a quick, like, but this.
But, Allie's upset. Davey's there. He's trying to console him. And then this guy says something else, which I didn't quite catch, but it's also just some more ignorant bullshit. He's talking to this guy who just got turned down. And they start a big brawl. So Allie punches a guy, and then this guy's friends kind of start attacking him. Davey gets involved. Everybody's throwing punches. Yvonne goes up to try to stop what's happening and grabs Davey by the arm, and he spins around with a closed fist.
He doesn't even get near her.
He doesn't, and he doesn't know it's her.
Yeah.
But this scares her.
I mean, he's in the middle of a giant fist fight.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't grab people from behind in fistfights. That's a good rule of thumb.
Yeah, and it's not a good idea to be in a fist fight, period. But I mean, like, she does understand that he literally just got off the train from the Iraq War.
Also, his friend's getting his ass kicked.
Days before this. Yeah, exactly.
After he just got turned down and then got heckled, and now they're beating the shit out of him.
And
like,
this is a real
You gotta hop in here.
This is like a real fear of mine.
What's that?
Like that one of my friends is going to pick a fight at a bar. Because,
yeah. I have friends like that.
There are definitely friends that I have that I'd be like, well, I guess he's going to get his ass kicked. But some friends, if they pick in a fight in a bar, or if they get into a fight in a bar, you have to help.
Yeah, you gotta have your back. Like,
and if they're the ones that pick the fight, you're helping, and you're realizing the whole time that you're the asshole.
Yeah.
Like, this would have scared the shit out of me.
Well, I typically try not to hang out with people that would actively try to start fights, but if my friend's ever gotten a fight in a bar, I mean, I've always had like this big dream of being in a big knockdown, drag out bar fight. Like,
even more so than a musical.
Well, yeah.
That could be the. Oh man. Well, you know what? I'm spilling my chick flick to a dick flick, I guess. But
well, don't do it yet. Save it.
No. Well, I already have a better one.
Oh, okay.
But the idea, like a musical for guys, is just brawls bust out at all times, no matter where you are.
Oh, that's fun. It's called Fight Club, CJ. It's the movie.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
All
right,
exists.
Good call.
We cut to outside the party, and all the girls are together now, like Liz, Mom, and Yvonne, who have all had pretty bad nights. Mm-hmm. Liz is kind of at fault for her. Not at fault, but like I said, her exact words were, "Get me a ring." Then the guy shows up with a ring, and she's like, "Nah, I'm sorry. I can't do it." But she's upset because this kind of got sprung on her in public, and now she feels embarrassed. Mom found out Dad's got a secret daughter. And Yvonne was just scared by Davey and like his aggressiveness.
Yes.
So it's all the girls on one side, all the guys on one side.
Which is a very cool visual of who's Davey and Allie are standing there, and Dad comes out of the shadow in this badass kilt.
Yeah, he's just standing on the stairs like watching the girls walk away.
Yeah.
Just cold night air blowing up the old kilt.
Oh.
It's just bad news for all the guys. So the girls are all out.
I'm a griller, not a shower.
Yeah, we cut to the next day, and Dad's asleep on the couch. Allie's just sad in a bunk bed somewhere, like he's looking at the ring. It's funny because the little kid comes in, he's like, "You all right? I could skip school today. We could go down to the park, play some Xbox or something." Like he's trying to console him. And back at the house, we see Dad like wakes up off the couch. He goes into the kitchen where Mom's making breakfast. And Dad's kind of a dick about the whole thing. He's like, "Are we still doing this? You're upset about this. Like, you're upset at me."
Yeah, like, get over it, woman.
Yeah.
That's his kind of feel about it.
Yeah. And Mom actually tells him, which I thought this was kind of a dick move too, though. Mom was basically like, "I don't want you seeing this, like, daughter. Like, cut her out of your life. Like, I don't want any kind of reminder of any of this."
Yes.
Which is kind of a shitty thing to say. But she was hurt.
You know what, man? Without being mean about it, he kind of just says, like, "Hey, I fucked up and I got to own this."
Yeah, and he's also like, "I can't do that. Like, this is my daughter.
Exactly.
I just found out I have one too, but, like, I'm not just going to be like, sorry, my wife won't let me come out and play. Like, I can't, like, I want to."
Like, this dude kind of sets his grounds where he's just like, "We're going to continue to be married and I'm going to have this daughter and you're going to accept it."
Yeah, Mom doesn't really dig it. And we get a song from Mom. It's "I Hate My Love for You." It's like a sad moment.
This couldn't be more cliche. She's sitting on the edge of the bed alone, staring into the mirror. Mm-hmm. Like,
but she sings a song about how she, basically the gist of the song is like, "I love you, but I hate that I love you right now because you fucked up.
Yeah.
You hurt me, but what am I going to do?" Allie has a conversation with Liz outside on a park bench. And she basically just doesn't want to settle. She says she wants to go to Miami. And at this point, I was like, "It's too late for you, bro. Like, she's made for the beach. Like, she's gone. She's gone to Miami. She meets some nice Cuban guys. Like,
They sing a song about, like, how this is kind of the end of everything they known. And I'm like, you fuckers are 22. Like, you still have, like, your puberty pimples. Like, it gets better.
Yeah. But Allie says to her, like, he's, he gets up to leave, and she's like, "Well, we'll talk later." And he's just like, "There's nothing to talk about. Like, I don't want to be your pal. Like, I don't want to be your friend. Like, if we're not together, like, we're done."
He ain't wrong.
Yeah, and that hurts her, and, he walks away. Davy goes to find Yvonne. She says she was scared of him in that moment, and, like, hadn't seen that side of him yet. We get another musical number. This song is Then I Met You. It's kind of talking about like
this is the song I was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of starts out with like, I had given up on everything in life. I'm like, shit hasn't even started yet.
Yes. But basically the song is just about like where they both kind of like weren't looking for love or had given up on love and then found each other. By the end of the song, they're holding hands again. They're sticking together. Like he's dissuaded her fears about him being like a violent man.
Davey's a charming son of a
And he
bitch.
really is. Like there's nothing in this movie that like makes you, like I said, I don't know if it's just like the lightness of the movie. Because it is, like, even though they're dealing with, like, possible, like, PTSD from war and, like, the fallout of war, like, it never really seems like he's in that dark of a place. He says some things, like, he says about, like, should have been me, but he never really acts, like, in a violent way. He doesn't ever act unhinged.
He's not, like, having flashbacks and digging trenches in the backyard or anything. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. He got in, like, a fist fight at a anniversary party because his friend was getting his ass kicked. That was, like, pretty much it. Like, he didn't really exhibit any signs of...
Which I've never been in war. We just discussed. You gotta help out.
Yeah, you'd still help out your buddy. So they're sticking together. Things are going bad for Allie. Like we cut back to a scene of him at his sister's apartment, and she's basically telling him he has to leave. We never see the brother-in-law again, but I can only assume this is his idea, just from the way he acted in the beginning of the movie. So Allie has to find a place to go. We get a scene of Liz packing for Miami, and lets Mom know, and Mom's a real supportive mom, like telling her she should do it and go and like, you know, experience some stuff. Allie goes to visit Ronnie, the legless friend, and he walks in and sees him, but can't follow through with it. Like he goes in, looks at him.
It was painful to watch.
It was painful. Yeah, like he just can't like deal with like being around him, I guess. It's too tough for him.
Should have been him.
Here, okay, we're back to the museum now. And Jean is telling like her two ladies she works with.
Also Dawson's.
If there's 12 of them, it's a dozen Dawsons.
And this would have been a dozen Dawsons dancing.
If they haven't showered, it's a dirty dozen Dawsons.
Oh, man. A dirty dozen Dawsons dancing?
Singing a ditty.
To a ditty. I like it.
Jesus. Okay. But she's telling...
Also, we're not allowed to use the word ditty anymore, so...
She's telling her fellow docents about what happened and about the secret kid and the affair. And this Harry guy hears over this and he runs over and he's like, no.
Named Harry, not physically Harry.
No, yeah, his name is Harry. He's a Harry Dawson. He's the boss of the Dawsons. But he runs over and he's like, no, this is not your fault. And he has like a big musical number. You Should Have Been Loved is the song. I like this one too. They're like dancing through the museum. The other two Dawsons are singing along. Like they have their own little parts. Jean finishes up with a song, and this Harry guy's really pushing hard. Like, you know, you're with the wrong guy.
He's
like
laying it on thick.
He's laying it on real thick. After this song, never see this fucking guy again.
I kind of wonder.
This is like a plot line that just goodbye. Like, it's just gone. It was very strange. So they have this big musical number. I'm thinking this Harry guy's going to make a move on Jean at some point.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a whole storyline where she's like, well, he cheated on me. Like, it's my turn. It never happened. Nothing materialized. Dad is at a store. Like, he's looking for, like, a gift for Jean. Like, he's trying to make it up to her. He's asking the girl, like, what could I get in this store that would, like, make my wife completely forget about anything I might have done wrong? He goes to the grocery store. He's going to make her a big dinner.
My favorite part of this movie.
What?
Is he goes to a book signing for a woman with a cookbook. She's signing her cookbook at a bookstore.
I missed this.
You didn't catch this?
No. Please tell me what happened.
He walks up to her. Like, he waits in line with a book. He hands it to her. He goes, oh, can you sign it to Rab? I'm sorry, Robbie is his name. You know, like, Rab, Robbie, he goes back and forth.
Yeah.
So she's signing it, and he gets super close to her face, and he's like, if I needed to get my wife back after making a huge mistake, what should I cook her?
Oh, see, I must have...
she, like, talks him through a dish.
Okay.
And he's like, he's very intense, like, staring at him. He's like, all right, thank you. And he walks away. And she's like, what about your book? And he's like, 18 quid for a book? Screw that. And he leaves. He's still complaining about it when he's walking up the steps.
Oh, fuck, I missed all that. I must have been, like, jotting notes down. I thought he was, like, trying to get her a gift. Okay, so he decides he's going to make her this fantastic meal to, like, make her forgive him. Of course, this is the same stairs that they did the whole musical number on earlier with Allie
It
and
looks
Liz.
like a full-on house when they're inside of it, but it's an apartment.
Yeah, and they live on like
complex.
the 10th floor. Like they're
Yeah.
going up a shit ton of stairs. His dad gets all the way up, gets the door unlocked, open a crack, heart attack. And at this point, I said to myself, this podcast isn't good to guys in kilts, you know?
No.
R.I.P. Gareth from 4 Weddings and a Funeral.
Oh,
I thought
never
Rap
forget
was
it.
going down. So Rap has a heart attack. We cut to the hospital and we get to see that Mom is at his bedside. Like Jean's with him. She's telling a story about how like he doesn't sound like the most affectionate guy. Like he hated to hold hands, and she's like, I wish you were awake right now, like telling me to stop. She's like, but when my dad passed away, like you held my hand. Like when you needed to hold my hand, you held my hand.
Yeah.
And she sings a song called My Heart Was Broken. Oh, actually, the lyric is My Heart Was Broken. I come to find out this is actually the song Sunshine on Leith.
Yeah.
Because she does sing that part later. The first thing I wrote down was My Heart Was Broken, because she's singing about how sad she was when her dad passed
She's
away.
kind of saying, like, boy, you really pulled the trump card here. Like, I was so mad at you, but you went and had a heart attack. Now I have to
Yeah, it's
love
like
you.
if Dad wouldn't have had a heart attack, would this marriage have worked out?
Probably
I
not.
don't know. Yeah, it worked out for Dad, I guess. Dad finally wakes up, like he's okay. He's in the hospital. He didn't die, thankfully. We didn't get a Gareth situation. I couldn't have handled a sad funeral with
No.
a kilt. Liz is visiting. She tells him he's not going to Miami because she wants to stay there with him, and he like forbids it. He makes her promise that she's going to leave and go and like better herself, whatever. Like
Yeah,
you
because
know,
he's about to introduce his actual daughter to the family, and he needs one less person yelling at him.
he's like, you know what? You go to Miami. I've got a backup. Like it's fine. We've already got a room for her to stay in if you move out. Like everything's good. You fuck off right to Miami. I've got a new daughter. It's okay.
That's awful.
Trade you in for a new one. Davey shows up to Allie's where he's been staying because he hasn't been around and they're worried about him. And we find out that Allie's re-enlisting in the army because Allie basically doesn't have a choice. Like he doesn't have anywhere to go because he's been kicked out of his sister's house.
Yeah.
And he flat out says, which is actually pretty sad, he's going back because they wanted him.
I wrote that line down. He
Yeah.
said it in a way that I was like, damn.
Yeah, it's like,
Like
'cause
you feel it when he says he's like, because they fucking wanted me.
Yeah, and he feels unwanted because Liz didn't want to marry him and Liz doesn't want him, and he's just upset, and he's like, you know what, I'm going to go someplace where I feel like I fit in and where I belong, where they need me, as opposed to feeling like he's getting kicked out of his apartment. His girlfriend just said no to him, and they broke up, so he doesn't have anybody that wants him.
Me and my 8 best friends, only 7 sets of legs between us. Like it's where I belong.
Yeah. And I wrote down, because I really, like, when I saw that he was going back to the army, I thought Allie was going to die.
Oh yeah.
And I said to myself, if Allie dies in this movie, I will cry. I know I'm going to cry. I was ready to cry. I was ready to cry. I knew it was going to happen. And actually, I was wrong. I'm sorry. Whenever I said that Lizzie was packing, she wasn't packing yet. They were just talking about her going to Miami and Mom supporting her. Because the next scene is actually Lizzie packing and Mom like telling her what to take, what not to take. And they sing a song. The whole family basically sings this one. It's a letter from America. And it's just kind of like, you're leaving, but like go have an adventure, but like don't forget about us. Like send us a postcard, send us a letter from America.
And this is this when they start showing her in Miami? Oh no,
They don't show her in Miami till the very end.
Yeah.
But you get a little bit of everybody. Like the mom is singing at the kitchen table, Liz is singing, Dad's singing from the hospital. We get Davey and Allie both singing also in like different parts. So this is like a song that goes across everybody in different areas.
And it keeps cutting back to Dad, and he's just like, and I love you. Like, oh, good Lord.
This song wasn't as bad though. I thought this song fit him better, but the first song did not. Yvonne and Davey are at Yvonne's place, and this is one of those weird arguments. Does your wife ever like start an argument just for argument's sake, or like it's not clear what she's looking for and it ends up causing an argument?
It ends up with him moving out.
Well, she's like, you know, this stuff with your dad's really got me thinking. Like my mom, really close to my mom, and if she gets sick, like, what would you do? Like if I had to go back to England? And he's like, well, is she sick?
I do like the fact that he's just like, no, I'm not going to England.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
he's like, is she sick? And she's like, no, but that's not the point. Like, would you go? And he's just like, no.
Yeah.
I get the feeling, like, I don't know, maybe our Scottish listeners can clue us in. Is there like a rift between Scotland and England? Because it seems like Davey really hates England.
I mean, there's a rift between England and everywhere. They pretty much owned everybody at one point and subjugated all of them.
That's true. But it seemed like a weird argument. Like, I didn't get, like, why. And it's just funny because we find out later that Davey was just super confused by the whole thing. Like, he wasn't really, like, trying to break up.
Like I was brushing my teeth and you picked a fight with me for some reason.
And he thought that, like, she was trying to end it. Like, he didn't understand, so he got defensive.
Which, like, honestly, I think he's kind of in the right on this one. Like, he was just like, we just had morning sex. I'm trying to brush my teeth. Why are you fighting me?
I got to get out the door for work in, like, 5 minutes. Like, this is not the time for this conversation. Go back to the hospital, and Dad's getting released, and Mom's, like, walking him down. And she basically says, you know, I'll forgive you. And he's like, well, what about, like, secret daughter? Like, what are we going to do? And she's like, why don't you ask our ride home? And Mom got a hold of secret daughter. I don't know this woman's name at all. She'll be secret daughter.
Yeah, it was
the duration of the podcast.
Elzaba or something like that. I couldn't pronounce it. Yeah, I couldn't pronounce it even when they said it.
Short for Elizabeth. I don't know. But she's there, and like you can tell now that like Mom's smiling. She's gonna work with everybody, which is nice.
She went and figured it out.
Yeah. They're back at the apartment, and Mom says to Davey, like, do you want to make this work with Yvonne? Like, what's going on? You two are fighting. Like, do you really want to make it work? And he says, well, yeah. And she's like, well, then go and fucking get her. Like, you have to go get her. So Davey goes to the hospital and finds out that she left and she's on her way to the train station to head back to England. You know what that means, CJ? Get a train station run.
We get a train run right there in the notes, buddy.
Absolutely. So he goes running to find her. He finally finds her. And then it begins. And they have a little conversation first, and he basically says to her, like, I didn't understand any of what was happening when you started that fight. Like, I thought you were looking for a way out. I want to know if you want to make this work. And she's like, I want to know if you want to make this work. He's like, well, then, like, ask me again, but make it simple, because I'm an idiot, basically.
Yeah, like, I like that.
Yeah, he was like, ask me again, but can you just keep it simple?
Which I've had that exact same argument before. Yeah. Like, all right, just tell me what it is, but imagine that I'm fucking stupid.
Yeah. And then they do 500 miles. Like, Yvonne starts it. And I wrote in my notes, 500 miles, about fucking time. Because I didn't know if it was coming. I was starting to worry.
I would like to assume that this is what Scotland looks like every day at 4 p.m. They just ring a bell at the church and everybody gets around and starts singing and dancing to 500 miles.
Yeah, this isn't even like just like a song. This is a giant
this goes full Bollywood.
Dance number.
Yeah, it is.
Like the entire nation of Scotland is dancing in this one little square in the middle of town. You know, we see everybody at this point. So Dave and Allie are singing in the little square. We get Mom and Dad together singing like they're doing the, it's just this nice, like, when I go to work, all the work I do, I'm doing for you. Like, Mom's singing that to Dad. It's this nice.
It cuts to Allie and he's marching.
Allie's in the army.
And I wanted in like true Allie fashion that one of these guys is like groping him while he's singing.
But Allie's singing, and Allie sings the part like where you know that I'll be missing you.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to Liz at the hospital, and she's like opening a letter. She's in Miami. But it's a picture of Allie in the military, like, and like a nice little note, and like her verse of the song is like, "Where I'll be thinking about you." So like you kind of get, and I'll be the one that's coming home to you. So it almost like you get the point that like their relationship isn't necessarily over. Like she's gonna go to Miami, do her thing, and then come back and like be with Allie. Is the kind of the impression that I got from that, which was nice. And like I said, you get the epic dance from at the end. Everybody in the square is dancing, and then they like pan out, and that's it. Then we get like fun credits. I enjoyed the credits.
Yeah,
it's one of those ones where
I actually watched the goofy credits.
Yeah, it's like a little clip of like each person, like with their name, saying who played each character, and like a little, almost like a little blooper. Not even like a funny blooper, but like maybe just like trying to like
an outtake,
get ready for a scene and like kind of breaking and stuff. And it was fun. Like I really like the cast of this movie, so I enjoyed seeing everybody kind of like
not a bad character
having a fun. No, not at all.
Even Harry was tolerable.
Yeah, he was. It just he didn't make any sense.
No.
So that's it. That's Sunshine on Leith. If you can find it, that's go ahead and watch it.
Good luck. Time to jump on the 7 seas and pirate that bad boy.
Yeah. Do you have any
VPNs? This is what they're for.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have any grand gestures or give this movie some flowers?
The one thing I was thinking about was Liz is the daughter, correct? Miami would eat this woman alive.
Why?
First off, let's not even talk about the fair ass skin.
Oh yeah,
like she would be bacon in like 2 days. But she is so young and sweet and innocent. 2 years later, she's coming home married to a guy named Squirrel or something. She has
Pet gator.
she has filler, blonde hair, fake boobs. Like Miami would absolutely destroy this woman. She was not ready for that shit.
The state of Florida destroys a lot of people.
It does. It really does. You don't live in Florida for a long time as an outsider without it affecting you severely.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I kept thinking about that when I showed her in Florida. I was like, she's dead. There's no way. They're going to find her in a dumpster or something.
Yeah.
Like she's a drug mule.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah, but that was
real dark with your grand gesture there.
Yeah, I mean, don't let your friends go to Florida.
That's fair.
It's a safe place for 2 weeks and 2 weeks only.
Yeah, it's vacation only, people.
I'm glad they finally played 500 miles. I would have absolutely been blue balled half to death if they hadn't. I'd have been very upset, man.
I don't have much, but did you see the Proclaimers? Did you catch them?
I did not.
At the very beginning, when they are getting into town and they're walking through the city singing that song, two guys who are identical because they are twins walk out of a bar and kind of give them a funny look.
That was the Proclaimers.
That was the Proclaimers. They're actually in the movie. They have a cameo. The director also has a cameo. The Telling Stories song. There's a guy outside the bar. A very weird shot.
Oh,
of a
where he
guy
sets
that,
the beer down on the ground.
and kind of starts dancing outside the bar. That is the director.
Okay.
So those are the fun little cameos that I saw. I appreciated the way that they kind of built the movie around the songs. I thought all the songs the songs obviously came first by about 20 years, and they were actually able to write this whole movie and make these songs fit to kind of relate to what was happening in the scene. I thought it was
I'm going to listen to this,
pretty well
this
done.
record
Yeah.
at some point. Yeah.
I know I did. I listened to a few of them. Like, I just wanted to go back and listen to the songs that really stuck out to me from the movie. But yeah, I definitely am going to check out the Proclaimers a little bit more after watching this.
Awesome.
Should we chick flick it to a dick flick it?
Yeah, you go first.
I will go first. I think mine's weak. So mine is essentially just the same movie, but I want everyone in the background to react like a real person would had you start singing in public. So I just want to see, I'd love to see a movie that's a musical, but only the people in the musical actually know what's going on, and everyone else is just really fucking confused and reacts how real life people would react.
Yes.
I just want to see people throwing shit at them or sir, this is a Wendy's. Just get the fuck out. You have
booing and heckling.
Yeah, you can't be in here.
Yes.
This is a fine dining establishment. Why are you dancing on my table? And that's what I'd like to see. I just want to see a movie that's a musical where everyone acts accordingly.
I kind of had very similar.
Oh shit.
Have you ever seen the TV show The Boys?
Yeah.
Which is about so in these movies, these musicals and superhero movies. Superheroes are these unmistakable good guys, and the musicals are the people you're rooting for, the protagonists. And The Boys is a look at what if these people were the antagonists?
Yeah.
I want a musical where the people that keep bursting the song and dance are the antagonists, and people just. There's support groups where people have to clean up their restaurants after they get destroyed by these assholes.
You get the aftermath of the musical numbers.
Yeah. You got the grumpy janitor just every fucking time. I want that where it's people are trying to stop this from happening. They want to ban all music.
I like it. All right. Let's Nick Cage it.
I wanted him to be the illegitimate child.
Perfect.
Yeah, meet your son, Nicholas. It's Nicolas Cage, who I think is actually older than the guy playing that father.
It might be. Plus, it would totally negate the whole "you cheated before we were married" subplot, because there's no way.
Yeah,
50-year-old Nicolas Cage came after they were married.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's right.
Changed the whole movie, really. All right, mine. I went with the guy that played Harry, the museum manager. Gene's boss, because I recognized him immediately when
he did look familiar.
He's been in a lot of stuff. He was I think I said it last week. He played Jekyll and Hyde in the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Mm-hmm. He's been in quite a few things, but he's actually I'm gonna assume it's a pretty small role. He's credited as Lobby Goon in the Kick-Ass movie.
Oh,
which stars Nicolas Cage as Big Daddy. So that was a really easy,
right there.
Yeah, easy connection. As soon as I saw that, I was like, I know this guy's been in movies with some famous people. So I also could have went League of Extraordinary Gentlemen to Sean Connery to The Rock. and just went Scottish Nicolas Cage, but I didn't do that. I kept it simple.
Scottish,
But I guess I still kind of did it because I just told you all.
Cage.
Yeah.
Sounds like a nursery rhyme you say in grade school.
All right, let's rate it.
I'm actually going to give this like a 3.
Okay.
I was surprised that I was into this at all. Maybe it's just because I'm coming off the tails of last week's movie.
I fucking loved last week's movie.
Or 3.25. This the stories were good. There's a little bit of cool war shit. The music, like, I fucking hate the song and dance routines, but the music was actually pretty well done. I mean, the Proclaimers, there's a reason they were a big band.
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah, I'm going 3.25.
Okay. Much like last week, I fucking love this movie.
Yeah?
But not for the same reasons, obviously. 4.25.
Damn.
I really like this movie. I thought all of the characters were really good. The acting was good. Like I said, don't like musicals, but maybe I do. Maybe I just haven't seen enough. Like, I dug this one. I like the songs. I like the dance numbers. This movie, to me, is a feel-good movie. Even though they deal with some darker subject matter, not everybody gets the happy ending. But something about this movie just made me, like, I smiled a lot through this movie. It made me feel good. I just enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah.
Like I said, just everybody in it was great. There wasn't, like you said, not an unlikable character in the whole movie. The relationships, I mean, they felt real as far as like how things would happen in real life, the way they acted. And obviously the singing, not so much.
Yeah.
But like,
I think it bumped it up a notch for me that one of the couples didn't stay together at the end.
yeah.
Like, it made it feel
But they still left you with a little bit of hope at the end, too.
Yeah.
The only thing I could say is I wish, maybe they, as much as I say it's a feel-good movie and it was really, it was light, it could have been a little less light in places. Like, they really didn't deal with Davy's, like, PTSD. They touched on it here and there, like, it made it seem like it was going to be a bigger thing. And then it wasn't. Like, it was just kind of glossed over, which I thought, they could have...
They could have had a moment in a musical number where the bass drum kicks and he just fucking loses it.
Yeah.
Starts crawling under bar stools. And
Yeah, something. Because they really, I thought, kind of glossed over that and almost did a disservice to it. But other than that, yeah, I dug this movie. I would watch it again. I would recommend it to people. Unfortunately, you can't really watch it out there. But if you can find it, like I said, there are ways. CJ and I were able to watch this movie. So, I mean, you can too.
get yourself a Ron.
You get yourself a Ron. Or if you ever travel, across the pond, like maybe hit up the local Blockbuster. You could probably rent it. I don't know. Like there's probably ways to see it outside of this country. Just as of right now, it's not an option. Maybe check the YouTubes once in a while. It could be on there. They might take it down and put it back up. You never know.
Maybe just, walk 500 miles.
And then walk 500 more.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's that.
Yeah.
I guess we need to roll a movie for next week.
Maybe we'll get Mamma Mia.
Could we do 2 musicals back to back?
I gotta ask, do you remember watching the movie A Quiet Place with us in theaters?
I watched it with you?
I don't know if you watched it with me.
I don't know.
We saw it in theaters and that movie came out at the exact same time.
Oh, I did watch it with you, yeah, because you could hear Mamma Mia through the walls.
Yeah, and there's extended scenes in that movie through the deaf daughter's kind of eyes where it is dead silent and all you can hear, you're watching this monster rip a person to shreds and you're, Mamma Mia, here we go again. I think about that weekly.
Wow.
So I can't wait to see Mamma Mia.
Love it. We are at 184 on the list.
184. All right. We have, number 20.
Oh, that's going to be a good one, I got a feeling. Oh, Legally Blonde.
No shit.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Ever seen it?
No.
Me neither.
But I'm glad to see a movie that I might be able to just watch on Amazon.
I know we got Reese Witherspoon. I know we got Jennifer Coolidge, who we love.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, I know she's in that. I
really hope that she's playing Jennifer Coolidge because that's the best person to play her.
I'm not sure who the guy is in this. I want to guess that it's one of the Wilson brothers. I feel like Luke Wilson could be in this movie, but I could also be very wrong. But I guess we'll have to wait until next
Maybe
week to find out who's
Maybe it's
in it.
the third Wilson brother, the one that drives Dildozer.
Pretty sure it's not him. But yeah, so Yeah, Legally Blonde. That's kind of exciting.
All right.
I always
I'm
like
into
I like
this.
it when we get the lower numbers on the list. We were only 13 away from Mamma Mia, so
Ooh. Could have done it.
almost had it.
Could fudge those numbers.
That's right. So yeah, until next week when we watch Legally Blonde for the first time for both of us. Follow us, subscribe to us, like us wherever you get your podcasts at. Rating and a review goes a long way to help us reach more ears and keep things going. We hit a couple milestones here recently. Numbers are up, listening is up. We're thankful to all of you. I mean, it's been a year, man. I mean,
Heck yeah.
a year and 2 episodes essentially. So we are never thought we'd be where we are right now. I can assure you, we didn't think anybody listened to this. So the fact that you are means a lot to us. That being said, we still would love to know where you're listening from. Got to hear from the twins this week. I need to know. What's your thoughts on Sunshine and Leith? Was this a big movie in Scotland?
For me, preferably by email or by Facebook. I don't think I can handle those voices. The Scottish brogue is just something about me.
You gotta watch out for CJ.
Yeah.
But yeah, please, not just our friends in Scotland, our friends all over the world, Germany. Email us. Let us know why you're listening, where you're listening from, what you thought of the movie.
That guy in Taiwan that really likes musicals.
There could be, yeah, maybe. But yeah, please email us, you've.gotmails@yahoo. And again, follow us on Facebook. You can find us pretty easily at You've Got Mails. CJ puts out a hot meme every week that I always look forward to, and he's really fucking hitting his stride. I think the last 2 have been my favorite so far. So come check them out. And until next time, when we discuss Legally Blonde, stay romantic. Don't be shitty to each other.
You know, I didn't want to do it, but I'm going to do it again. I would walk 500 miles.
And I would walk 500 more.
Oh.
Da 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 da.